LaMarcus Aldridge is heading to the Brooklyn Nets, okay? And before I begin, I think this is going at first let's back it up for a little bit. At first I thought he was going to be going to the Miami Heat, uh or he was willing to just work it out with the San Antonio Spurs. But this totally came from left field, in my opinion. Him going to the Brooklyn Nets. And if you look what the Brooklyn Nets have done thus far, they got Blake Griffin, and they also got LaMarcus Aldridge. I feel like that roster with also the additions of Kyrie Irving, James Harden, Kevin Durant. Also, they still have plenty of talent on the bench. It's not as deep as a bench, but it's still a good bench, particularly when you can get him off the bench as well as Blake Griffin. I feel like they have the makings of winning it all this season. Now, I thought that they was also in the running for Andre Drummond's. And the reason why I thought they was going to choose him over LaMarcus Aldridge is because the simple fact of Andre Drummond's really fits what they do well over there in Brooklyn. You know, he's not going to be demanding the ball. He's still going to be a walking double-double. He's still going to get his points, and he's also going to get his rebounds, all right? Now, in other NBA news, look like the Lakers are going to be the front runners for Andre Drummond. Okay, now he's going to be he's still with Cleveland, and to me, I feel like if you look at what he does well and you compare it to what the Lakers do well, the Lakers like to run up and down the court. Okay, when you look at the Lakers roster, it's really not meant for a half court offense or defense. Okay, where they just slow the ball down just a little bit. And to me, there's going to have to be some adjustments made if he does go to the Lakers. As of right now, he's going to fit perfectly for the Lakers until they get AD and LBJ back from their injuries. But once they get those guys back, they're going to have to make some adjustments on the fly to fit him and to fit him with what they do well with the Lakers, okay? I don't think the Lakers are going to do an overhaul and become a half-court basketball, play half-court. I don't think they're going to do that. But, you know, like I always say, in the postseason, the possessions are much slower. It becomes a slower tempo game. It becomes a half-court game. So, if you look at what the Lakers are doing as of right now, if he does get signed to the Lakers, there's going to have to be some adjustments here or there. They're going to have to tinker with the roster somewhat. He's going to be the 5. Anthony Davis hates the 5. He wants to play comfortably with the 4. And then, you know, you can versatile LeBron James playing the 3 or the 1. But I think the majority of his time he's going to be playing the 3. But going back to what Brooklyn done, getting LaMarcus Aldridge, I feel like that's going to really help. It's going to really improve their roster, all right? Having Blake Griffin as well as him come off the bench, or in certain packages, have them, start for certain games to, play to the strengths of what they have. They have a real long, tall lineup with a lot of length. The Brooklyn Nets, they kind of go back and forth. They want to play a full court game, but then they also play a half court game. But ever since they got the trade for James Harden, they became a half court game. They become a half court type of team. And I don't know if that's going to that's going to be the norm for Brooklyn once they get KD. You know, KD can play any type of style, any type of possession, full court, half court, quarter court. It doesn't matter. KD is KD, all right? But what about Kyrie Irving? I feel like, in all actuality, when they won that title, when him and LeBron won that title with Cleveland, they were more of a half court type of team, all right? So that blends in and fits well with Kyrie Irving when you talk about his talent, what he does well, okay? Obviously, signing him as well as Blake Griffin, it strengthens their defensive rebounds, their loose ball rebounds, and it also strengthens their defense. Okay, which has been their weakest, the weakest what they do that they don't do so well in Brooklyn. But for the past couple of days, they have improved their team defense. All right. It's not going to be number one team defense, but it's, I think they have improved that type of style. So I feel like this is a great signing for the Brooklyn Nets. You already got Blake Griffin. He still has some talent, some athleticism. And then you also have the LaMarcus Aldridge with his experience, his veteran leadership. I think this is going to fit. I think this is going to really increase the chances. It was already a foregone conclusion, in my opinion, that there's not a team in the NBA that can stop the Brooklyn Nets. And I feel like the only way the Brooklyn Nets are not going to win the title if something, catastrophically just happens, like the world ceased to exist, or all three of their stars are going to have to be injured. It had to be some type of weird event in order for them to not win the title. Now, the Golden State Warriors, when they had KD, Steph, Draymond, and Klay Thompson, Boogie Cousins, that team was destined to win a title. But due to injuries, in that season, and Boogie Cousins getting injured in the season as well as the postseason, that derailed their title hopes. All right. And like I said, I feel like the Brooklyn Nets, there's not a team in the East that can compete with Brooklyn. There's definitely not a team out West that can compete with Brooklyn. Maybe Utah can give them a run for their money. The Clippers can give them a run for their money. The Lakers, if they're running on all cylinders, can give them a run for their money, particularly if they can add more veteran talent and veteran players, if they're able to do that. But I feel like it's a foregone conclusion. The Brooklyn Nets are going to win this up-and-coming NBA title. All right? So, guys, tell me what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe. It's your boy. I'm up out of here. Deuces.